Man, but that's the whole thing about it, man. Children's services, they be stealing children. You know what I'm saying? And it's, what?
I think I got them back in 6 months, then it was 4 months, and then it was 4 years. But after they brought them back after the 4 years, there was no help for beds or clothes or none of that shit. It was like, you got 2 weeks to get these beds in here. You got 30 days to move from a 2 bedroom to a four or 3 or 4 bedroom, or you just can't do this. And you just like, I had to do all that shit on my own. There was absolutely no help for me. Not one organization would help me. And because I have an active cosmetology license, they was like, oh, you're above the bracket. You make too much money. I have to be in a fucking salon and be actively working to make too much money. And she's like, no, long as your license is active, we just assume you still doing hair, regardless if you're the shopper at home.
Yeah, see, they pick and choose their little loopholes to get you with. So you gotta find like loopholes to get them with.
I didn't find no loopholes. What I did was tell them to kiss my ass, and I disappeared for a year. And when I came back, they tracked me down, and I had already had a new child. So come to find out, the liaison that they had working on my case, the lady who transports the children, she had been writing for over a year that we had been doing visits and everything was okay. So when I showed up in court with my daughter, they like, who baby you babysit? I'm like, what the fuck I look like babysitting and y'all got my kids? Make it make sense. So the judge was like, hold on. This is your child? I was like, yeah, this is my daughter. I just had her. Showed her the paperwork and everything. She was livid. So she had to call on a catch 22. Y'all know how they put that catch 22 on shit when they know they done fucked up and you got a lawsuit on their ass. So she's like, oh no, we gotta hurry up and rush her kids home. So I was already in a 2 bedroom, but they like, oh, you got 30 days. We need you in a 3 or more bedrooms or we can't bring them home. So I went to the rent office and showed the lady the paperwork they was giving me. And she was like, I think they done fucked you over enough. She said, I'll have you moved by the end of the week. And she had me moved by the end of the week. So they couldn't complain about that, but they wanted a certain size bed. And, oh, well, they can't have a
What?
single bed. So you need to get a bigger bed because your son is grown. I mean, this is the shit that they really put me. I'm
And see,
dead
that's
ass
crazy
serious.
because really they ain't supposed to be all into that mix like that. They might come in your house and look around. You're not supposed to be opening up doors and cabinets and stuff.
Honey, they had all kind of accusations. I have witness to this bullshit. I have a witness. Where even my friend was sitting there and she had been babysitting for me. And they was like, what are you, her girlfriend? I said, no, I really just asked if that's my friend. But he was like, well, the call that we got said that you and her were probably dating. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. They never did no real investigation. They didn't go to my kids' school. They didn't talk to my neighbors. They didn't talk to nobody that I socialized with. They just immediately cashed it off of the bullshit that they were told.
Yeah, man. They trying
It's
to
a hard
steal
pill to
children.
swallow.
Man, listen, bro. I was on another group. It's called United Parent. It's called UPC, United Parents, something like that. But if you go on UPC, it's like a parent, like a father's rights and child protective services. You cannot imagine how many women getting their children stolen.
Right.
You
And they raping them and selling them, and I'm fucking them up and killing them.
man,
Let me know
why is
where
that
it's
so
from.
hush hush? That shit is hush hush. But when you go on that shit, they'll tell, man. And I didn't have personal like three different women. That's why I had to change stuff in the bylaws to put women who get their child stolen from Title 4E. See, we fighting Title 4D, child support, but Title 4E is children's services.
But did you know this? If they get one of y'all to pay child support and they go in that woman's house and rob her motherfucking children, you still got to pay that child support to the state.
That's why I said it's dangerous going into that courtroom. It's dangerous going into that courtroom.
It's only dangerous if you going in there and not knowing how to speak their language. It's not just about shouting loud at them. You have to learn how to speak their language to let them know, I know what you're doing is illegal, and I know the right people to contact on your ass.
Yeah. Hey, like I said, brother, you're right. Remember when we was in court? What did they say to me in regards to the law? What did the magistrate and all the rest of them say to me?
You say that again, bro?
Remember we was in court on child support court? Tell them about your experience when you was in there with me.
Oh, yeah, man. I think one of the brothers said it today. Is when you go to court with somebody and they see unity and they see numbers, like when I showed up for the brother's court case, hey, he totally had the judge, everybody in the court just appalled, just shocked, and he was showing them laws that they're supposed to be upholding, and he had it presented. He's like, hey, do y'all want to read the law? And he had the judge saying, no, I don't want to read the law. I don't want to read the law. You just follow this, and bro, right then and there, it shows the FFF and what we doing, shutting their whole system down. It's exposing.
I would love to go back with you. I want to go.
Yeah.
Because they don't play with me.
We had that whole courtroom on fire, bro. We like, bro, just having facts about child support, having facts about custody, it's that alone is gonna have that courtroom in shock, bro.
Yeah, because they can't have you guys doing that.
Huh?
They don't want you guys doing that. They want you to feel like what they doing is okay, and you're not supposed to talk back. That's the scare tactic, though. He cannot do anything illegal to that man, and he knows that it's gonna come back on him, and he can sue his ass. So he can talk all the shit that he wants to, but if y'all don't allow it, they can't do it. Period.
And watch this.
I would love to be there.
Watch this. Good point, sister. And with that, even before we actually went in the courtroom, we were in the hallway, kind of like talking about how illegal this is and how getting other people to realize, and other people start coming close to us. They listening because this is against your will. So when we went in the courtroom, bro, that judge turned red. You know, he turned red, and everybody in there was just total a shock that we knew the law on this. We knew that they were taking our rights away and robbing the people. So, hey, bro, I wish I could actually tell you more, but that was my first time going to court for anything like this, and I was shocked too. You know, so
not you. I already know. I don't see it.
Right. Oh, okay. So you know about something. Yeah.
When y'all go in and you know what you're talking about, that's like starting war. But the only thing is, you got to stand your ground and don't waver and don't bend and don't let them motherfuckers see no emotion. Because if they can't read you, they don't know which way to come. So they have to figure out how to get on your level. I'm telling you what I know.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
And
that's what's
what
up.
Talking about for that alone, being an FFF for a brother or anybody to represent you in court when you know, because a lot of people go before the judge and they don't know a dang thing. But when you got somebody to go there and represent you and that can, you know, show the lawyer or show the judge where he's wrong and show him the law, the constitutional law, it puts him at a, oh wow, you know, it that right there is helping brothers beat court cases. That right there is helping brothers get back in their children's life right there.
Yeah, man, and that's what we doing. That's why I want everybody to have the same paperwork. You know what I mean, or you know what I mean, have an understanding of what's going on. And if they don't, we'll be there with him. I got a brother actually on the 30th who said he got a court date. I tried to invite him on here right now, but he said he coming in on the 30th. He needs some help. So I mean, I'm going through. I'm coming through for him.
If you could inbox me either the night before or the morning of to remind me, because that's so much stuff going on, I will happily be there.
Hey, yeah.
Like, seriously.
Okay.
I've been fighting for the safety of y'all black men for a long motherfucking time. I'm just excited that I got some people finally helping me do it, honey.
That's what's up. I appreciate it.
I get tired of seeing y'all drag me kill. I mean, ain't nobody perfect. We all gonna fuck up. We all gonna be assholes at one point because we human. But that don't give them the right to fucking degrade and destroy and try to execute y'all the fuck out of existence. That shit I got a problem with. And all black men ain't bad fathers. I know some great ones who these bitches just won't give a chance to be a father because they won't be with him. So I know a lot of y'all go through that more so than not.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that's why I was talking about Father's Day, man. You know? Yeah, I remember we was downtown. That was some good stuff, man. All the people were receptive, man. Remember, Brother Ryan, we were talking about fatherhood. We was talking about how Job and Family Services is against fatherhood, stuff like that, and people
They
was
are.
yeah.
I'm amazing.
And the crazy thing is, they're snatching children and they're taking the main protector, the father, away first.
But that's how you destroy black folks. You got to break down their home, the family life. You keep the mother and the father from being a couple. You done pretty much defeated the. I mean, you won the war. Because us two as a team, they can't stop the family like that. When you got the mother and the father and the children backing them up, you can't stop them.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
easier to overpower when you only got one adult in the household.
I mean that sounds like most people don't. I don't think they believe that, or they did, or they want this independent. You know what I'm saying? I wish
Most
more
people
people.
still ain't broke that. You know they haven't broke that cycle.
Yeah.
A lot of us are still living as slaves and don't even know it. And accept a lot of shit that we shouldn't accept because we live in fear of what they gonna do. How they gonna retaliate? How is this gonna affect my children in my household? I hear this more so than not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when it came down to he's gonna be having a custody hearing. So he really want me to put together like a shared custody plan for him, so he can give it to the magistrate. So they got the templates on their website. You just gotta erase your name, put your name, and put the stuff you want. And they said that he said that his BM ain't even gonna show up. But you know, I guess I don't know. I don't know the brother's situation.
Hey, if you're not talking, put your phone on mute.
But yeah, that's pretty much what's happening though, brother. Hey man, I'm gonna have to go ahead and put in that lawsuit though.
Well, you don't want to wait too long.
I gotta put that deprivation of rights lawsuit all over the juvenile court. So okay, so I feel like I got a lawsuit, and I feel like I should put it in. I just want to put it in the right way, you know. But I feel like putting a lawsuit against the magistrate, the judge, and you know what I'm saying, the grandmother.
I got 3 kids. I got three mothers, 6 kids. I've been to court for every last one of them. Each time, I've seen the court in all different versions and different ways.
Yeah.
Okay, but have you been to
Early on, I didn't have no money.
have you been to civil court with them?
I've been in civil court. I've been in domestic relations court. I've been in child support court. Juvenile child support. I had to switch over to the domestic relations. I had to switch over. I had my child support switched to the juvenile court. I had all different. I had all the combinations.
Because they got the family court too, which is different. Because of course the civil court is dealing with suing somebody. for like against your rights. So that's civil court. So you can go there, do small claims, things like that. So that's what I mean when we talk about civil court. Have you sued anybody?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't sue nobody.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about suing them. I just gotta get the right wording to put in my suit, but I gotta sue them now. So I need that help. I'm me hitting up Corey and Benjamin. The brothers usually help me out.
I mean, it's definitely designed for us to fail. That's why I said sometimes it's not. Sometimes you got to really break through to that mom. If you cannot break through to the mom, and you have to defend in the court, it's gonna be bad. That's why you gotta do both. You gotta be good with the law and break through to that mom. And sometimes it ain't gonna happen every day. You might have to wait a year or a couple of years, but it's really messed up.
Well, I gotta put these facts out because my son
Who stole my other side?
was already vaccine injured, so now he just had some vaccines today, and now he's sick all of a sudden. He was already vaccine injured months ago, so right now it's deprivation of rights. Right now, I definitely got to put a deprivation of rights lawsuit on all of them because for him to get sick afterwards, it's fucked up. But what I'm saying? I got a lot to put in consideration, man. But yeah, I got to do because right now he's sick, and it's like, man, I got to make some type of action to try to, try to help him
By the
out.
time you beat the courts out, your kids will be like 18 and grown. Like, you know what I mean? Like kids will be like 14, 15, 16. That's how they set it up. It's messed up.
Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I really think a lot of times, even in our situation where, what I'm saying, they want us to lose, it's also good to put him on blast and have as much people as possible. And that's why I say it's good to have the FFF together, because now they're going to see not just you there and not just you that fucked over, but they're going to see a lot of people that's going to follow you and everyone else and see what's going on. You know what I mean? And like I said, we hope it spread exponentially, where a lot of people get to start noticing how the family court is dirty as fuck. But if it's just me or if it's just you by yourself, they feel like it's behind closed doors and they get away with it. We really have a right to get the audio visual in the courtroom. So we can actually get the audio visual what happened in the courtroom, and we can blast them, and we need to. We need everybody to see the type of shit they say. Like when I was in there with the brother Uriah. I want to show how they said. They don't need no. They don't want to hear no law and all this shit.
They don't want to hear no law. They don't want to hear no law. Man, that blew my mind. He said, "I know the law. I don't want to hear no law. I know the law. I don't want to hear no." He don't want to hear from a nigga.
You should have asked him why he ain't bad.
Man,
that's crazy.
Because he works for child support. Yeah.
I would ask his ass, if you already know it, why you not abiding by it and you swore an oath to do so.
Yeah, they just said they actually told me to stop talking. Didn't they tell me to stop talking at one time?
Yeah, they try to silence you, bro.
They had to, because everything you said is stenographers writing it down. And if you was to go above they pulled on papers.
Yeah,
he want to know straight facts, bro. He want to know what his paperwork, and that's why we trying to tell brothers and sisters in FFF, man. We coming with not just emotions, man. We not coming with emotions. We actually coming with documentation, and hey, we pretty much rebuking, like the brother bring up Malachi 4. We rebuking them, and they own system. And if you know the system, you know that they hate being confronted. You know, they hate when you hold a mirror in their face. to the evil that they do. And we know, like the sister said earlier, bro, when you break up the black family, you break up the nation. You know, when you turn the man away from his family, his children. Okay, yeah.
But that's the goal. That's been their goal for a long time. Like they talk about all these women out here promiscuous. They was breeding them. They probably still carrying on the same legacy they got from their grandma, mother, and aunts. A lot of people still hanging on to that shit. And there's more people that know the system crooked. They just scared to speak on it because they feel like they're gonna be reprimanded worse than what they already doing.
That's right. That's right. The whole system built off fear, man. When you fear, the more you fear, the more powerful they get.
Well, I mean, truth be told, it ain't even nothing to fear no more. They didn't hurt my child. I'm like a damn suicide bomber in this shit. Man, fuck them. I
That's
say
because
fuck.
they finally pushed you to that level.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
pushed
I'm
you to
like,
that level of no
I don't give a
return.
fuck. And if they, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say whatever needs to be said. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm gonna maintain my demeanor. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't give a fuck. Especially if it's the right thing. Man, come on, man. You see, I had the bullhorn out there telling them what it was. Man, yeah, like, you know, so I don't give a fuck no more.
I will happily go because they don't fuck with me like that no more. After they did that last little court date to me, and I start really digging into their laws and figuring out what to say and how to come approach them, they sent my babies home and they don't talk to me no more. Even police, they be down here harassing some of these black guys. Soon as I walk up, you see they ass pulling off because I got questions. You gonna do your fucking job in front of me. You're not gonna kill none of them, and they gonna make it home to their family at the end of the fucking night.
Yeah. So we're gonna definitely help these fathers out. You got a lot of people that, you know, when we was downtown, they was signing the paper. But they didn't join the actual group here. I'm talking about, I got like 4 different papers full of fathers. We got to definitely contact all of them. But we wanted to make sure that, you know, people have something tangible they can hang up. You know, with the FFF or something, just look at it. We are a movement that's growing. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So if y'all know, I got the money to invest it. You know what I mean? Of course, we want the deal. You know, we black, we want the deal. I'm talking shit. But you know what I mean? But we definitely want to be able to have something tangible to give to people, whether it be a pamphlet, whatever. Definitely a website. You know what I'm saying? Flyers, whatever. Even a poster to put up. Or maybe even one of them little lawn signs. You know what I'm saying? That'd be dope.
Is it just my
I
end,
think
or you echoing real bad? Are we all
No, it's
echoing?
no. All right, I'm about to say something.
Yeah, it's echoing real
That's why I
bad.
said if you're not talking, put your phone on mute.
Right.
This app do not work if your phone is off mute.
How do you do that? I don't know how to work this stuff. Let's see.
Just click the screen, and at the bottom you'll see a little mic. You can click that to mute yourself if you're not speaking.
All right. Yeah, I see it now.
I think one of the most important things we need to get in effect, like, is the counseling, because a lot of people don't know how to deal and cope with certain issues, and instead of just trying to calm themselves and find a rational way to approach it, most of them just reacting off of a response, your immediate body response. They not really thinking it through, and that put a lot of weight on what they're going through too.
Well, when it comes to the counseling, we definitely want to do that. Basically, what it is, you know, fathers, just like all of you, as well as mothers who are going through the same issues. It's people like us that have a little bit of information, have a little bit of history with this, have a little know-how with this, to be able to go and talk to them and bring them up on another level, whether it be documentation, learning the law, or just getting an understanding of what situation they're in. And you know what I'm saying? Just getting privy to some knowledge that they were not privy to before. You know, I think just this knowledge alone in this past less than a year, months or so, has eased a lot of brothers' mind just to understand that, you know, first of all, you're not alone. A lot of people are in this thing together, and you're not crazy. You know, that you are a good father, but you know, they're just against you because they want to steal from you. Know what I'm saying? It's not, you're not the fucked up one. You know what I mean? A lot of times people just don't know. And like we was talking about, when you go to child support court, it's like, not only is it the magistrate who is paid by child support, but it's her and her lawyer, and then it's a child support lawyer in there. Remember, Brother Uriah, they had their own separate lawyer. And then when I talked to that child support lawyer, I was like, "Well, isn't they your customer?" And she want to start laughing. Yeah, that's your customer, so you might as well speak for your customer, right? Because she want to try to act like, "Oh, I'm not. I'm just here. I don't want to speak. I'm just here." Like, no, you're not just here. But yeah, so when you're a father by yourself and you got 3 lawyers, because the magistrates is nothing but the judge appointed them. They just bar members, lawyers. They're not even real judges. They just lawyers that do their little underling, you know, task or whatever, and then they will have to go. Then they go to the judge. So these magistrates is just another bar member, and they got 2 other lawyers up in there that are against 3 lawyers against you, and you in a room with 3 lawyers, and you don't in child support. It's crazy. If she has lawyers, 3 lawyers. If she doesn't have a lawyer, you've got 2 lawyers against you. So just to get, I mean, it's a lot of stuff to get.
But even with a lawyer, I was in a program when I was younger. They was trying to so-called scare me straight. And you know, they take little kids in the courtroom and let you watch how they interact with the judge and interact with their clients. All that shit is a fucking setup. They be in there laughing and talking about golf and their kids and hanging the fuck out. Only if you on your lawyer's ass to actually uphold your case will they help you. Because most of them just taking that money and continuing to do whatever the fuck they want to do with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't really suggest lawyers, especially in child support. You'll never get a lawyer for child support. That means you don't even know what the fuck going on. They're gonna keep stealing from you. But yeah, in custody court, the only time we ever suggest a lawyer is if you have an understanding, and will you tell the lawyer if you understand enough information to tell the lawyer what to do. So say, I want you to do this motion. I want you to use these laws in your argument. You know, if you can direct him, then I would suggest getting one. But if you just don't give them money and let them do what they do to help you, that's stupid, and we really are against that. But regardless, we get using lawyers anyway. If you not don't understand what's going on, don't ever use a lawyer, man. The motherfuckers are thieves. The bar association. That's why it's a monopoly. Hey, your mic muted. What'd you say?
Yeah, they just want to take your money. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They just going to take your money, all of it, plus more.
And the thing about it is,
bank. You're the bank. They just keep going in your pockets because you're going off emotion, and they know you're going to go off emotion because it's your kids. So they're going to take all of your money. So I want my kids and I want my money. But without no money, I can't do shit for my kids. So guess what? I got to keep my money, keep my mind, keep my mentality, my mental. And then I got to just, go with the blows or, I got to continue on whatever they throw at me. I still got to keep it moving.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Nate, what kind of solutions are we moving on? What kind of solutions are we going to be moving on in addition to what is the goal for the week? What kind of direction we heading into?
Well, we definitely head in the direction of increased public relations. So we talked earlier about making sure the website is up. The sister gave me a beautiful website. I appreciate that. I'm gonna check that out because I didn't even know they had a free one. Appreciate you. Brother Uriah, he just wants for all of us to be in one consent in regards to the logo that we have on the t-shirts. And we were just talking about the different ways that we can create flyers and banners. So we want to definitely go more into public relations and trying to grow the organization. Becoming more legit. By having a website, as most people that they pretty show that as legitimacy and things of that nature. So, and what I mean, and we can go beyond t-shirts. They got a little keychain, whatever the case is. You might have that on your keys. You might see it every day. People say those are good things. So we're just open to suggestions, and we're moving in that direction. and that's why as a treasurer I wanted to ask you, you know what I'm saying? I asked you earlier um how to just make sure that you know what I mean that when we do spend the money on these particular things is accounted for just in case of auditing.
Yeah. What about the donation? Where we at with the getting a donation button on Twitter and the Facebook? Where we at with that?
We actually have like according to the Facebook, it was a little bit before last week that we got on their list for nonprofits because you have to be on the IRS website, I guess, in order to be on the list for nonprofits. So let's say, for instance, somebody doing like a birthday thing and they want to get donations, so they put a nonprofit attached to it or whatever. You know, we're on that list. So you can look up Fight for Fatherhood on the Facebook, and you can pull up that particular nonprofit if you wanted to promote the donation. But also, when it comes down to it, we got buttons, and that's what I'm saying. When we get the website, we can probably put it on that. But when it comes about Twitter, I'm not too much familiar with Twitter or Instagram and how to put a button on there. But I definitely look into that.
I know one thing that they have been harassing us about in class that is like super helpful. If you can do maybe twice or three times a month or even once a week, like a podcast or something, where you got people sitting at the table talking about what's going on, because not all people are going to read that. Hell, not all black people can read. Let's just keep it real. Because I got a few that are grown and don't know a clue about what's going on with paperwork.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that'll be up to you all because right now we can be doing something of that nature, where we have like something like a group in our group where we can have like I think they have these rooms. You can create a room, and the people can be in that room. Uh, but it's all about just getting people to come through. I mean, I guess we say a podcast. Would that have to be something where everyone in our group um has to subscribe to something, or is it something that we can put inside the Facebook group? Because what I'm saying is, when we talk
You
about
can
art,
do it in the Facebook group.
okay, is that like a watch party or is that like a room?
No, just think about it like if you go on live, what you do is you start advertising maybe I would say 4 or 5 days before. You just let them know we're gonna have a live feed. We have whatever people within the organization, we're gonna be discussing such and such topic. We need to pick topics that actually hit home with a lot of these cases because every case is different. So not everybody is looking for the same information. So we have to kind of evolve around the whole
Huh?
entire topic, like research every bit of what's going on, or we can try to have people send in topics so we can try to address what they're going through.
Okay. What I see is I remember we were talking about having somewhat of a pamphlet or something of that nature. I think that we should have some is centered around that type of information
Huh?
so that when we're talking about the particular topics, we can have a frame of reference or somewhere that they can go and say we're talking about
You said what?
this, and you can hold on to this. You can read later,
Nobody else.
and you can have this. But so yeah, so we could make up the topics, but to say topics, we also got to have something for people who are different type of learners to be able to say, okay, I can look at this pamphlet too, or while we're talking about stuff, we can refer to it or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You feel
you went to
coming from?
McDonald's.
I think that'd be-
Pamphlets are kind of like short information. It's
Mhm.
only so much you could squeeze on a pamphlet. I mean, we could give a bunch of URLs and some websites or some books they can go research, but it's not much real information you could really put on a pamphlet. Tell me one pamphlet you picked up where you still have questions afterwards.
Yeah, you definitely had questions afterwards, but
Yeah.
but
That's what I'm saying.
Real quick before we, that's real relevant. With the pamphlets and info. Do we got to act and scribe, Nate? Do we got to act and scribe?
you, no, we don't.
Okay.
What about a YouTube channel? Have you
Can
set that in motion yet?
Yeah.
can can we get like a deadline so we can get a scribe, a slash secretary in place so we
Yeah.
documentation we do have because I'm gonna have documentation coming up with the receipts and the letters that we're gonna need to start organizing and getting all that together.
Okay.
And then the scribe secretary will help keep us on track with moving forward on the different things we need to move forward on. I think 2 weeks is a good time
Okay.
frame. What you think?
I think that's good too. So what we're saying is 2 Wednesdays from now, which will be the 8th of July.
Yeah. I also want to get an update with Corey and his child support case with the money orders. I want to get an update from him. If he's, I know he's still on here. He's probably on mute. Make an update from him, like what's going on with that, Corey. I know he got to be off
Yeah,
work
I'm
by
here.
now.
I'm 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 here.
It's still on here, right? I just don't think he's paying attention.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm trying to get an update on what's going on with the money orders and your child support.
I haven't heard anything about that yet.
Like, where
They
we
haven't
at with
sent
that?
me anything.
Can you catch everybody up on what's going on with that? So they, me and you know, but they don't know.
Hey, I'm gonna have to come up out of privilege before I talk about that. We can go in a couple minutes. What time? Did you hear me?
Basically, Corey, we all been researching ways to legally because we all know it's unconstitutionally for them to,
Hold on. Let me.
put child support and be a freaking creditor and debit money from your account.
Hey, everybody,
Whether they
mute
tricking
their
you into
phone.
signing this
Mute your
stuff,
phone.
whether they tricking you into signing paperwork, or whether they forcing you to locking people up. I've been locked up. Um, all these little tactics. We all know that stuff is straight against the Constitution, but they find little ways and little loopholes. So what we, me, Corey, Nate, been looking through what.
Hello. Hello. Your brother's there.
I'm here. I'm here. Everything went silent.
I'm trying to show the stuff I sent you. Damn, where is that shit? That shit old as fuck.
Okay, I can talk now. I'm out of Kroger's.
I
My bad. I'm traveling. It's raining. I was saying basically we've been checking out different ways to get from under the child support, and Corey been reading up on some things where you use the U.S. Treasury to send a money order and some affidavits to basically have them sign a contract, them accepting a debt, basically making you not responsible for any more child support, and them getting the money from bonds from the U.S. Treasury. And what he said is basically, he sent his info off, but they haven't got back to him. I know he also told me that they stopped taking money out of his checks. For I think the last three checks, he been seeing bigger and bigger checks that he ever seen, and they stopped taking money out of his checks. But
Now, child support is they still getting me up. But as far as my student loans, they haven't given.
say
well,
it again.
Can y'all hear me?
I heard you.
Okay.
I can't.
Yeah, it's real bad.
I think it's where I'm at. I'm in some little hick town in Kentucky. Little boys.
Yeah, I actually had some actually I had some thing when it comes to child support. What happened was with me, they just they sent me something in the mail saying they started to send me my $5 back. So I did that to them, and they sent me something saying they don't understand what I gave them, and then they sent me my $5 back that I gave them. So I kind of got them in. I got them in a trap on that, and I'm gonna use that in court. If I had to take them to civil court too, I'm gonna take them to civil court with that. Because what happened with me was he didn't get a response. I got a response when I sent it to child support. What they did, they tried to call me, and Corey was on the phone with me when they called me. And they would and what she tried to say before I hung up on her, I didn't even want to say nothing to her. She was
Hey,
like,
this is like I said. You should have. What you should have did was you should. I mean, you can open it so you know what it is, but turn around and write no contract and give the UCC codes, and then after that, tell them that the postmaster has been informed that this is illegal. They're not allowed to do it, especially when they sign that postal money order, because that's a legal contract. They can't get out of that.
yeah,
So my thing is get verification that it was cashed. And then once you get that verification, then you send that back to certified.
I got that. So that was my response. They was befuddled, and they I ain't never had a call from child support. They called me up. They trying to get the money back, but no contract. That's not part of the contract. So I'm sending that shit, that little $5. That's the contract right there. All my shit is done. So they know they in a crunch, but they just hoping that I can't legally represent myself and push that shit on it the way it's supposed to be pushed. That's what they hoping on.
But you know what? Everything lies in the way you worded it. That alone sets it up as a contract. You don't really need anything else after that. Because I mean, that's the same thing they did to you. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? They duped you into a contract, and you turned around and did the same exact thing to them. Except the difference is yours is a real contract. Theirs isn't.
well that's what.
Yeah, Corey, I got to get up on that because I don't know what the hell happened to my freaking receipt. So the post office got me filling out some paperwork, and it cost like $8 or $10 or something to get the confirmation that they signed off on it and everything like that. So I'm gonna just have to do that. I got the I took a picture of it. I'll probably have to put that together and print that out and send that to them. It's just getting that stuff together. I was thinking about doing a cease and desist letter, but you know, it's really no point with everything I did. Like you said, they don't already signed that money order. So,
Well, here's what you can do. If you don't want to go through the postal route of getting a receipt for that money order, go to their website and see if it posted to your name. If that $3 posts to your name, you know they cashed it.
Okay.
Take a picture of that and send it to them.
cool. I'm about to put that, do that tonight. You know, we gotta, you know, just keep track of how this stuff is going for us. Because if this is a good method or an okay method, it's something we gotta, you know, put in the book for everybody else. You know?
Yeah.
And that's true. But you know, the thing about it is, what works for me may not work for the next person, and it may work for the next
We in
person.
different states. We in different states too.
Exactly.
My case in Michigan. My case is in Michigan, and they just man, it's different up there, bro. It's different up there.
I don't know what you said.
Okay.
Sounds like our goals is for in 2 weeks we gonna have hell. Even if we gotta get one to make a dual role, then we gonna have to do that. Um, and then I'm also going to have these documents ready, these letters and stuff, donation support letters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a receipt ready for us, and the request letter ready for us around that time too, in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I guess we can make a mental note of some of our goals. That's the Treasury goals. That's the Treasury Department goals right there. I don't know about the president and the vice president.
Well,
Yo, whatever information you got, send it to me, and I keep it.
oh yeah. Also,
That way we use it as a reference.
Okay, cool.
oh yeah. Also, I wanted to get that fee schedule, man. I want to see what that looked like.
I did not. I did send that to you, didn't I?
Okay, I think you did. So I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at that right now. I don't know. Let me see.
I I haven't broke out yet. I'm gonna get the template, and I'm gonna get old boy to write exactly what he wrote on his. If I gotta pay him $100 to do it, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Let me see. March. There's books. No. Nah, I didn't get the fee schedule. Where you send it to?
Man, I sent it to you and him.
Well, I don't.
It's probably way down in your email somewhere. I'll send it later on when I get to the house. I'll resend it to you.
Okay. Yeah, because I need that. Because I was, what I mean, trying to see what is that fee schedule about. And you know what I'm saying? Can we make a fee schedule for FFS so I can start compensating fathers for doing things for other fathers? You know what I'm saying? And have an official fee schedule so that anyone who's trying to audit us will see, yes, I do pay fathers to go to court with other fathers. Yes, I do pay fathers to counsel with other fathers. And it's all on my fee schedule. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the fee schedule that I'm gonna resend you is nothing like what you're talking about.
Oh, see, that's what I was. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. I gotta see it then. I'm trying to get an understanding of how to do that. Where I have something where I can show what compensate.
Okay.
But yeah. So let me. So Sean, I wanted to ask you. Hopefully, we do have a position open in the board. That's what Brother Benyama was saying. So we just hoping that.
I can't.
I'm sorry, Corey. You muted or something? I don't know. So you can't hear me?
I can hear you.
No, I was just saying that we do have a position open in the board. So I could talk to you about it another time, whatever the case is. But we do have a secretary position open in the board that we definitely need. So yeah, that's Brother Benyamin. Is that Brother Benyamin? Yeah, as Brother Benyamin was saying earlier, we do have a position open. We need just said we need to get that position open, but in 2 weeks or so. But I'm just throwing it out there though. If you had the time, you know. But yeah, so that's what's up, family. I got the goal set. The brother Nasir, public relations, he said he's gonna bring his organization and have his organization meet our organization, have something like that. He said he can bring a lot of brothers to the group. He said he's gonna do that. He's going through some things, so he became extra motivated. When I met the brother, he wasn't going through nothing. You know what's up?
I'm with it. I'm like, what y'all trying to do? I'm trying to help y'all build it.
Okay.
I see a lot of black people, a lot of unnecessary BS, and I just feel like it's screw it being unfair. That's just life. You know what I mean? You can't control somebody else's household like that.
Well, but the craziest part is most people agree with it. Like if you say something bad about Section 8, it's not that I'm talking bad about people who need it, because we, as black people, we get put in a situation where we do need that. So I'm not even saying that, but I'm saying on that contract it says you cannot have a father figure. There's something wrong with that. Why do we have to have a system that says shit like that? That's what I'm saying. So
because you know that then they start welfare up. The only way that they would give black women help was if it discontinued the men.
It's kind of breaking up.
Out of the household.
My bad. What were you saying? Because it was kind of breaking up. My bad.
I said that's what they created welfare. Keep y'all in the household and keep y'all in the farm, not for lives. The goal is keep y'all stuff.
Yeah, I heard some of it, but I definitely understand where you're coming from, and like I said, a lot of people don't understand that. Everything is, you know what I'm saying? So it's about awareness and bringing things together. Like I said, I definitely appreciate the website, and I remember you telling me the times you have available. I wanted to, if you can make sure to send me your email, I can add you to our email group so that I can send you like different documents, like different legit stuff that you can check out, and just see what we've done so far, and I can talk to you about
it.
them.
I'll put my email in the link. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, and then I can send you all the stuff, and then we could just talk about the direction we're going and everything else. So I appreciate you, though. I definitely do.
I appreciate what y'all doing. It ain't me, honey. This bigger than me. I'm a small little part, but I thank you for acknowledging it.
But see, your eyes are open though. Everybody don't think this way, so it's a blessing just to be able to.
I have a different life.
He was born
My life is not been.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't even say that my whole life because I just learned all this shit. I learned it this year.
No, some of us were born with a purpose, and we have to go through hell to be able to get the knowledge that we need to fulfill that purpose, so to speak.
Yeah, that's I couldn't even, like I said, all this stuff but like August to last year, let me think. Yeah, I really didn't know half the stuff I know now. And that's how I know a lot of people don't know. Just like when my baby was born, I didn't know they were gonna tell me, you ain't got no right to say nothing.
Do you know why they told you that though?
Why?
Did you know that as black parents, if she signed that birth certificate, she basically signed y'all child over to the state.
Once we as Black women sign that birth certificate, this is what they don't tell us. We ourselves have to go down there and file for custody of our children. If we do not, they are considered wards of the state until they are 18. So no parent has really any real power unless you go down there and file for custody the day that their child is born. The mother's included.
And that's why people should come up with different affidavits. Like, it's kind of like, you know how some people say, don't get a marriage license, make a marriage contract with most of the stuff on it, but just instead of putting the state, put God. You know what I'm saying? So that the state won't be above your shit. It's the same thing as when you have a child. We should make a legal document just letting the state know he was born, and that's all they need to know. Just like you do a marriage contract, letting the state know we're married, because according to the Constitution, you can contract with anybody, and that's dealing with marriage or anything else, including your
Well,
child.
after 5 years, y'all legally married anyway. It's common law marriage. If y'all stay together more than 5 years, y'all married by law anyway.
Yeah, but the thing about it is when you're married by law, then they put the stipulations of the law in it. And basically what the state does is does what's in the best interest of them. Meaning they're going to put child support, alimony, and everything else that they can control when they can control the money. And that's why I said you always should make a contract where it's like, this is what we're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of the state taking over, because the state has been shown to want to break up the mother from the father and stuff like that. They don't really want us to get along. The more we had each other throat, the more child support, the more they got control. Now they calling CPS and now they going up in your shit.
But I think what a lot of Black couples don't know is before you take that leap and get married, take them few years to stack y'all money up and clean your fucking credit up. So that way they can't come in and say that she owed for your past or you owe for her past. Y'all already got that shit established and everybody is on the up and up.
And that's a good thing, and we could look into that. Or you could just put in documentation stating that you don't want their credit. You know what I mean? That may be a little iffy because you got to
Even with that documentation, baby, once y'all get married, what's yours is hers and what's hers is yours. And they have robbed a lot of women for a lot of men who owe back child support. I could tell you over 20 of them right now. I could call them on my phone and they will tell you that they done snatched they income tax and shit just because they married to a man who decided he ain't got to pay child support.
What?
Yeah, they'll snatch your wife check.
Wow. See, these are things that people don't even consider. I think I seen one meme that said something like that, where it's like, you know what I mean? And it had like the wife with a bat in her hand saying something like, when the father gets a raise, now she's looking for more child support. But I didn't even consider.
Oh yeah, that's real. That's real shit.
I didn't even consider what you said. I ain't never heard that one. I heard that's the one I heard. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they will take the wife's check. I work in I do hair, and a lot of the stylists in there, we self-employed. So most of their taxes, some of us have to pay it back. But for the ones who are married, God forbid your husband had a crappy year and you decided not to make his payments on his behalf and y'all married, they coming for the wife's income too.
What? How many got their check stolen from their husband, baby mama?
Make a post about it and see how many reactions you get. Because unless it's a prenup in there with his signature on it saying that what she got is hers and what he got is his, that's a joint marriage. No matter what you do and what you write, that's a joint marriage. And by the state of Ohio, what your husband don't have and you got it, they coming for yours. And vice versa.
What?
Which is why a lot of people don't know. Clean your shit up before you take that leap. Even if I don't care if y'all together 10 years. If both y'all got fucked up credit, don't get married. Just stay like y'all are.
Wow. Never even heard of that. Brother Corey.
It's another guy. What's his name? Deke. Used to be Deke Holder. He on my friends list. He got some real information. And I mean, when I say real, He's telling people how they could use them social security numbers to get that bank money. Because each social security number is a bank
Hey,
account.
Corey.
Yeah.
Hey, have you heard about that too?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
So it's a way of doing it. Is it
It
hard?
is a way of doing it. No, I don't think so. He posted on his page.
What's his name, man? I gotta look him up now.
Look up D. It's either Derek. He used to go under DEEK Holder.
Yeah, but what you talking about, you gotta be exact. Because they'll come and get you.
Well, he know how to do it. I haven't tried it, but he kept sending me stuff and telling me to do this and do that, and I'm like, dude, with my luck, them motherfuckers will lock me up for breathing.
Yeah, you make one mistake, they'll come after you. And it's a bunch. If you get on YouTube and start listening to some of those stories they talk about, it's a bunch of guys that got caught up in that.
Yeah, he used to live down here in Ohio. He wound up moving up to Washington because he's in politics now. And he was pulling their whole cards. He had all kind of stuff on his page.
That's what's up. Well, I mean, like I said, I don't want to get snatched up, but information is information, and I need to see that because that's the truth. Even the Hotep man, the child support man, he talks about how that your name in all capital letters is your straw man. It's not you; it's your legal entity, and that is what the child support. They go by the Social Security, and that's your Social Security. So basically, what they do is. What he does, he makes the Social Security pay for it because that's not even you. Your name in all capital letters is not even you. So they put a debt on you that the Social Security is supposed to pay. But he break it down real good, so you can use your Social Security to pay your child support.
He break down everything exactly why. He was also telling people that it's not mandatory for you to go get that Social Security number because that's how you sign yourself over to the state. He said if you notice on paper, it always say, do you have a Social Security number? If you do, place it here. Not all papers say put Social Security number here. They usually asking if you have one.
Yeah. You can give it back to him too. I gotta figure out how to do that.
Yeah. And get an EIN number instead.
Yeah, because most people with real money, they don't have Social Security cards and they don't put birth certificates on their kids. They birth at home. They still use midwives.
He said, well, I would love to see these people, man. I know Brother Uriah, he just birthed his child at the house, but he went to the hospital afterwards and he had a hell of an experience. Man, he even got on his Facebook page talking about it.
Yeah.
It was bad. They were trying to get him to do vaccinations. He's like, no. They said if you don't let us do this, we ain't gonna let y'all leave. Then they put something on the baby ankle that if he try to leave the elevator shut down or something, and they was just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because when you have them in the hospital, they feel like they control what you do and when you can and can't leave, or if you don't want to sign this, we're gonna call social services. That's all that shit is set up hand in hand. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah, man. And the crazy thing is, I actually signed a birth certificate and they wouldn't let me. Because they would not let me. Because the mother told them not to.
I was going to say it had to be a previous conversation she had with the hospital.
But see, the crazy part about that is I never signed it. So then child support turned around and signed it for me.
No, that's illegal. They can't do that shit.
Well, they did it.
Can I get 4 extra oyster crackers?
That's what I'm saying. They did some illegal shit just to start stealing from me. That's another thing they did. It's a bunch of illegal shit they did.
I would love to go to court with you fellas when it's time for y'all to go to court because I don't fucking play with Hamilton County. Never have and I never will.
We most definitely fill you in and let you know. And in fact, on Friday, me and the brother Uriah gonna be downtown around 4 or 5-ish. But maybe earlier. He wants to do it earlier, but I'm like, people got things to do. It don't really matter what time. It depends on whenever everybody want to do it. Because I'm off.
I'm downtown every day except for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and sometimes on Monday if I have to edit footage. But other than that, I'm there.
Yeah, on Friday we're gonna be down there, so I'm gonna definitely hit you up. We usually, in that area, where Job and Family Service in the court over there, or over there next to the grocery store. But we
I
just
stay up the street from where I see you at all the time. I told you I live in Mount Auburn.
okay, yeah. So we definitely gonna hit you up, and we don't like what a lot of people do. We're not trying to get all this attention and all that type of stuff. We really trying to talk to the fathers that come through. We may say something. Usually, when ain't no fathers in earshot, we don't even. But also, like I said, we got to figure out how to appeal to some women because we got to try to also find the women that got their baby stolen. So I got to get some more information on that.
This is why I say a podcast. Women are more of a visual type of creature. With men, if you have a good conversation, they open it. Long as they know you talking some real shit, they can float with you. But women ain't that easy. They fickle. They need to see what you talking about.
Okay.
I'm learning that
Yeah,
myself. I've never really hung with women, so I'm paying attention to how they move and how they work right now.
fickle.
Okay. Yeah.
Not to mention, I got a camera that can record some footage, and we could come up with like a little commercial or something that you could put on your. You could put it on YouTube. You could put it on your Facebook, whatever. It'll be editing for me, and it'll be extra intern hours. So I'm happily to do it for free right now.
Okay. So I'm thinking, what would be the theme of it? You know what I mean? But we're putting that consideration definitely, because I was thinking,
We take our time to figure that one out. No rush on that one. We just know that the opportunity is there, and if somebody have a light bulb they click on, and you feel like it's gonna work, shit, inbox me and let me know. We can get it popping.
yeah, yeah, most definitely. Yeah, so we're gonna be downtown talking to the people. It's easy to talk to. A lot of people they love the message too. They just, you know what I mean. Everybody, you know what I mean, receptive, and people just walk up to you, man. And a lot of people going through stuff. They're not saying nothing either. But
Because a lot of them don't have support, and they just feel like whatever they say, it's just gonna be backfired against them. I was one of them people.
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So you got a lot of, like I said, they don't know how to speak up for themselves. They may not be articulate or just feel like they can do that. We got their back.
But we need more organizations for the Black community because everything is ran through like the NAACP with they sold out asses and everything else that's affiliated with that. It's not coming back to the Black community. We just had a whole hour-long discussion about this in media class. A lot of that money is not coming back to the people that is being funded and given for.
And that's definitely not what the FFF is about. We also trying to get inside the Justice Center and help those fathers in there. So we got information
Y'all
of that.
should, because there's some good ones in there that's being robbed and locked up for nothing.
Yep. I I seen they took this dude out of jail to bring him to child support court to ask him why he wasn't paying child support. Did y'all see that?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Y'all seen that shit?
yeah,
I'm sorry. That's the
Like what?
dumbest shit ever.
yeah. That's
And you know what he was in
true.
jail for?
Child
Child
support.
support.
Right.
What?
Me
But
me and
that's what
Corey
they
was
do. That's
me and
the
Corey
game. That's the setup. Get y'all so distraught and so discombobulated to where they could do just about anything they want to do and ain't nobody really commenting on it. Because if I was him, I'd have went the fuck off. Like, why would you be asking me something? You know exactly where I be unless y'all gonna pay me for being in my cell.
he in the courtroom in a jumpsuit. And me and Corey was just talking about this dude who he won a lawsuit for discrimination. He took the check to the bank to cash it, but the bank ain't think black man could come in there with that much money, so they called the police on him.
That's crazy.
So they can get robbed.
Anyway, he sued the bank too and won that case.
Yeah,
He
but you know
should
the
have.
fucked up part about it was that was their check. They refused to cash their own check. How crazy does that sound?
Honey, if you black, they could refuse a lot of shit and they'll swear
But
up and
but
down
this
you
the
probably
thing.
snuff
This
it.
the thing. When you take a check bank to the bank, they can verify their own checks. That's why you take it to the
Yeah,
bank, because you don't have to
yeah,
pay the fee. They
yeah.
can
You don't have
verify
to
their own
wait.
checks.
You have to wait too. I mean, yeah, yeah. You're right. That's right.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's why they tell you to go to the bank. You know what I mean? That your check is signed to, man. Yeah. Because then some people can't even verify, so they tell you go to that particular bank. I've been through it before. You know what I mean? With a little temp agency or a little agency, they give you a check. And they're like, well, we won't be able to get this to you immediately. We can give you this much. Like for instance, if my bank is not that bank, I give it to my bank. They say we can give you a little bit of this until it clear, but we don't. You know what I'm saying? But so I understand exactly what you mean. But when you go to the actual bank, you don't have to do that. So, yeah, well, we got.
Well, you know, that depends on how big the check is too.
You definitely do. I agree with that.
Cause believe me, I know. And I recommend anybody that's got 401k, pull that shit out.
Yeah, that it's a setup with that shit.
Take your money and sit on it.
I got an older hair client invested all her money in that bullshit and they left her with absolutely nothing when she retired. She is 67 and back at work.
Mm.
What?
My hair client, they sure did. Her,
That's
her husband
crazy.
wound up passing. They took his money too.
I One of my sergeants when I was in the military, that happened to his uncle. Basically, he had a lot of his money tied up in the jobs, right? One of them job plans,
Mm-hmm.
and something happened to where they took all his money, and like he was like less than a year away from retirement. They took all that money, and he didn't have shit. His lawyers, he couldn't do nothing. He couldn't do nothing about it. I was like, dang.
That's the setup for us, y'all. The goal is to keep us broken under their thumbs. They cannot have black folks standing as one. That's one thing. If you a sellout and you hate all black people, they'll give your ass $1 million and a mansion and a fucking TV show and help you start your own business. But you cannot be a conscious black human being and still expect for this so-called system and law to benefit you. It just don't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, let me see that.
Yeah, you see that one chick. What's her name? Candace.
Yeah.
I
Candace
was
chick.
just thinking of her.
What?
I'm sorry, y'all. They keep talking about her. My class, they like she sell out of the year. And I said, she ain't no sellout. That bitch for sale. They paying her to do what she doing. And black folks ain't paying her to defend them. So if white folks don't give her more money, that's what she's having.
Yeah. I mean, but like, like, what's the name?
They said
Already
they
pointed
still
out.
say their pussy stank. Look like their pussy stank.
Hey, but no, but for real
We don't
though.
know for sure, but if he do get a chance to find out, he gonna let you know.
They found out like
Don't inform me, please.
her dude that she married to, he got his money through slavery.
Mm.
It's verified that their family was a slave family, and that's what they get they a large amounts of money from her husband.
Hello?
It's like everybody
They were
winding
saying,
down.
no, they were saying though that her husband got his money from slavery, and it's verified that's where his family got his millions from was slavery, and they got his family got a whole crest and everything, and you know what I'm saying the family the person that she's married to. So when we talk about self, she's married to the slave master kid, literally.
Damn.
Look it up.
But
And
you
that's
know, the thing
crazy.
is, wasn't she raped by some white guys
I was just
when
gonna
she
say that.
was
That's
like
crazy.
in her
She told that
teens?
story. Yeah. She just told that story in her she had a what the hell was that? It was some Oprah some kind of thing Oprah had going, and she was telling her life story and trying to tell black people she understand where they come from. And they had did something to her school and they get her all over the place. I just feel like I don't do all of that.
Well, What?
They don't make a move without the permission of the wife.
That's true. That's true.
I just worked at Great Tips for almost 6 years straight. I've had grown men sit in my chair and I'm like, how you get your haircut? You don't have my notes? My notes aren't in there? Oh my God, let me call my wife and see when she wants me to get my haircut. And if I go home with the wrong haircut, she's gonna. They don't run shit in their household. They wife run it.